Welcome back. You're watching Sports This Morning, broadcasting live from our sports center in Lagos, Nigeria. We have so much to talk about right here, but let's bring you into all of what we're doing. Yeah, that's appropriate. You can talk to us. Our feedback mechanisms is still the same on Twitter or channels_sports, Facebook, Channels Life in Sports. You can also send us an email to sportsthismorning@channelstv.com. What's the focus this morning? We told you that the Super Eagles of Nigeria, they will open camp today in Uyo. Why? They're getting ready for the AFCON qualifying game against Tanzania. We said it loud and clear that they're just playing for pride. We're also still talking about, they just concluded Rio Olympics, and that will take us into the Paralympics that we're expecting. What's new in Nigeria? Athletes have been unveiled. Cecilia told you that we'll take a look at the names of the athletes that will be representing Nigeria at the 2016 Paralympics game in Rio. We'll also talk about the English Premier League, the Bundesliga, match day 33 of the Nigeria Professional Football League, action-packed to all the sport. So much to talk about. We will go straight into the 2016 Paralympics that will take place in Rio. Also, Nigeria is working. Let's see. You know, the Paralympians, they always give their best. They win medals. And Cecilia, with the names I'm seeing, I'm sure we'll win a couple of medals.
Yeah, just 23 athletes. You know, the last time in London 2012, we won about 6 gold medals, 5 silver, and 2 bronze medals. So that was in London 2012. This summer, we're having about 23 athletes that will be participating, starting with athletics. You have Hannah Babalola. She's the Eukaria Iyanzi. She's also competing. Loretta Oye, Lovina Oyegbule, Flora Ogungwa, and Friday Ibangbe. That's the only male athletes. I'm talking about track and field athletics. That's the only male. The others are actually women that will be competing, in Rio. Also, you have the powerlifters. Powerlifting, you have about more male than female in this one. Powerlifting, you have Josephine Oji, Esther Oyema. We all know her very well. Latifat Tijani. She's also part of that squad. You also be having the likes of Nsini Ben, Lucy Ejike, Ndidi Nwonsu, and Bose Omolayo. That's the ones for the powerlifting women. And for the men, Yakubu Adesokan is still there. I mean, a veteran in the sport, a champion anytime. At least we're sure that we can get maybe 2 medals from him. We also have a Roland Ezurike, Abdulaziz Ibrahim, and Nnamdi Innocent, parts of the male athletes competing. We have Kwemi Jegede, Paul Kende, and Tululokbe Taiwo. These are the athletes for the powerlifting, talking about the men. And for table tennis, we have just 3, 2 male and 1 female. Faith Obiora, of course, she is definitely leading the pack there. Ahmed Kolesho and, of course, Emmanuel Nick. You spoke with Emmanuel Nick and Ahmed Kolesho training at the National Stadium right there. At that time, they were talking about them having a better training facilities meant for para-athletes.
That's right.
Not the ones that is meant for the other athletes at all, for the table tennis, but the ones meant for para-athletes. We don't know right now if it's been provided. We know it hasn't provided yet. But, well, they're hopeful that they can actually get something out of Rio. As usual, tired?
It's possible.
Yeah, well, I mean, what's there to say? We'll see. I mean, what we know for sure is the Paralympians, they always go to major events with very good chances of winning. And at the London Games, while Team Nigeria didn't win any medal, they came back with 6 gold. That's right. That's a lot right there. So I'm sure this time around they'll be going into this particular event as well to aiming to win more than they did in London 2012. The preparations, that's another topic of discussion entirely. It's totally, if we start on that as well, it's very similar to what happened to Team Nigeria itself at the Real Games. So good luck to them. Yeah. Let's see how they can just motivate themselves to get on the podium in Brazil. Cecilia, Austin. I mean, that's where we're at.
And for me, all we can ask our viewers to do is to support our Paralympians, because I mean these are guys that felt and still feeling the power of sports. You see Anna Babalola, she's there. Remember Anna Babalola? Yeah, she felt the power of sport and then her life got transformed. Same thing with Yakubu. Cecilia, remember he was Sportsman of the Year.
Yeah,
the
of
Nigerian
course.
Sports
Nigerian
Award.
Sports
That's so
Award, yeah.
heartwarming. He has done so
It is.
much. Another name that is missing, Lovely Obiji.
Lovely Obiji.
Yeah, she's just taking a rest.
She's not here, maybe
But
she's
the
taking a
good
rest,
thing
yeah.
is we still have Esther Onyema, Bose Omolayo. Those are the regular guys for powerlifting that we know they have done so much for this country. All we can do is to support
them
and keep supporting them.
Yeah, and according to the media officer, he's talking about the person actually representing the athletes on the board of Nigerian Paralympics Committee. He says, look, Nigeria had to pick just 3 sports because it feels they have comparative advantage in that, as what Patrick Ibe was saying. And so said that the president of that particular Paralympic Committee of Nigeria, Monday, Emogame, is optimistic that Nigeria definitely have a good outing in Rio. Hopefully they can. And for the Secretary General of the Paralympics Committee, Dr. Frank Thorpe, he actually departed for Rio the weekend, trying to go check, where the athletes are going to stay and see how they will, perform where they get there. It's starting on September 7th, but the thing is, we don't really know when the athletes are leaving, so they're actually waiting for the sports minister to tell them when they will be leaving for Rio. So I'll just wait. 7th September. It's still today's 29th. So they need to know, and they need to get prepared. They need to know when they're traveling and everything and all that. So they really need to be there on time and really get prepared. So
pack your bags and wait.
And just wait when they tell you, just start coming.
That's why I said earlier that, it's not, the situation is not a lot different from what happened to Team Nigeria itself as well. So logistics, travel arrangements, everything should be sorted now. The athletes should know when they will travel and when they will arrive in Brazil, to just get used to the environment, acclimatize and and
also get used to the facilities that
as long as they get there, that's what really matters now. That's the situation. As long as they arrive and they don't miss any of the events, I think
and then hopefully
that's where to start.
Hopefully this time they will travel with their kids.
Yeah, please.
They should travel with their kids.
Come on.
Very, very important in the Ministry of Sports. We shouldn't start hearing foreign tales again. We should use the Olympics to correct, all the mistakes of the Olympics, use it to correct at the Paralympics. Let's just wish Team Nigeria all the best. We love all our special athletes. We're rooting for them. Go Anna Babalola, go Emmanuel Nick, go Lovely Obiji. Even if you're not competing, support the team. Esther Onyema, Yakubu Paul has been with the powerlifting team for forever and is doing so well. Abdulaziz Ibrahim, we love you guys so much. Represent the country the best way you can. When you come back, we'll treat you as heroes. Thank you. And that's what is happening in Australia. They're treating.
I'm amazed. They got 29 medals, 8 gold, 11 silver, and 10 bronze medal. And in that one, this official welcome into Sydney is actually is the first of the 8 ceremonies that is going to take place across the country. So it tells you something. More are actually coming, and these athletes are happy to be welcomed like this in Sydney. And when you see this, the next Olympics, you just want to give your best. You want to give your all because you know you're going to be well received and all that. But I think if we can bring him back home here, athletes go out for events and all that, maybe collect participation certificates and coming back and everything. But then maybe we can also be having something like this for athletes, whether you win or not. It's actually just tell them, okay, well done. Thank you for competing, welcome home. We don't have at track and field, some of them are around, the others are living on 27. Football, they've gone to their various clubs. Table tennis, they've been around, they finished their events early, so it's all.
It worries me, Cecilia Tayo. That's what I was saying, that to even represent the country in those frustrating and call it disrespectful, operating system. For you to wear the green, white, green colors, come out to the track to even attempt to compete with the world's best. When you come back, people should hug you, tell you thank you, God bless you. You shouldn't just, what did they win? What do you mean? What did they win? They represented the country. They made Nigeria, they made Nigeria an international brand at the Olympics in Rio. So that you just let athletes come back and then you just tell them, just go to wherever you're based, and then everybody says a closed chapter. Is really not cool. Look at this.
This is Japanese drumming group that actually ended the ceremony with them because they know they're coming to Tokyo next.
Wow.
This is beautiful.
Wow.
Yeah,
it is awesome. It is awesome. 29 medals, Cecilia. Like you said, yeah, you get the impression that they feel that's not enough. They could have done a lot better than but it didn't stop them from putting together this, amazing welcome for them. Just to, motivate them, just to show them that, just appreciate the efforts, because believe me, Austin, it is really tough, competing against the absolute best from around the world. And so for them to go there, win 29, that's well-deserved welcome for them.
Someone was asking me, why should they gather the athletes? And I say, even if it's just for the Ministry of Sports to say, we are sorry. Yes, in the faces of all those athletes. Say, we are sorry. That's enough reason to gather all the athletes to say, look, this will not repeat itself again. And what do you guys think we should start doing towards Tokyo 2020? Someone has already started work that way. But whenever you just allow everybody to just go away, and then still waiting for his refund, and then it's not coming, and then the next time you see him, he's aggrieved. He's saying to himself, is it because we didn't do well in Rio? So that's why you abandoned us?
Blood from,
it is.
I mean, Austin,
it's like that.
Are you guys surprised? And that's the way it is.
I mean, by now, we're thinking, we know the sport, what I'm saying is that the sports minister was in Rio. He was in Rio. I mean, actually took all the blames for most of the things that happened and all that. Maybe most of them were not actually his fault, but somehow it happened. But now I'm thinking the kids did not get to the athletes. I mean, 2 days to the end of the games, that's when kids arrived and everything. I mean, that alone is enough to say, okay, look, I'm sorry. Those of you who flew in, I didn't get your money back on time, running around that we're sorry. That alone is something. It's going to show that you belong somewhere. We spoke to Franca Idoko, from Germany the other day. She talked about the fact that at that time, they even won a bronze medal. I mean, all of them went back to their various, there was no welcoming, nobody, not even a handshake. I mean, she's still aggrieved. She's still not happy with that, because that's why she had to bring it up. It's still happening. So it's a shame that sometimes we keep talking about things over and over again, and it keep repeating itself. You don't even know when it's going to end.
A lot of reasons to gather your athletes together. Shegun Toriola made history. He was commended by the ITTF in Rio. The country should give him a hug, saying thank you. This is a good achievement for table tennis in our country, and we can build on it.
How about S.A. Brumi? I mean, first Olympics, getting to the finals, finishing 5th, along with the top athletes in the world. And I mean, our own divine,
like I don't want to use the word orphans, like they've just gone to, carried on with your lives and
as if nothing happened.
It's not good enough.
Okay, maybe we'll listen to someone who's really happy, the flag bearer for the Australian team. I've been talking about Anna Maris. She's really happy that she was able to carry the team all through while they were in Rio.
4 years, 8 years, a decade, even more in some cases, of hard work and dedication and commitment to making all that work count on one particular day, for one particular moment, and for some of us, for only a few seconds. For some it paid off, for some we came home with personal bests, and for some we fell agonisingly short. But for all who arrived in Rio, we reached to achieve something great. We braved the fears and doubts that grasp all of us, not just our sports stars, but everyone in their everyday lives. And we ended up where we were, standing tall and proud for our best performances. Proud of being in the Australian Olympic team, and for me, immensely proud to lead them.
Proud moments for her. It's not easy. I mean, when you go to Olympics and you're coming back 29 medals, we got one. It's okay.
One down, 7 more to go for them.
Yeah.
It's a ceremony.
I mean, first of 8 ceremonies. I'm amazed.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, they deserve it. I mean, they worked hard. They won these medals, and so it's not surprising at all. That's the way it's done usually in other countries. We've seen Team GB as well too. They will be getting their own welcome ceremonies done in London and Manchester and other cities as well too. So hopefully Nigeria can take a cue from this. Tokyo 2020.
But it's never too late to say thank you to those ones who competed with our kids.
It looks like this one is in the past now. This is gone. It's gone. Tokyo 2020, all efforts has to be focused on delivering a good games for Nigeria. I'm talking of pre-games and post-games.
So that's it, because I don't know, we just need to bring these athletes together, let them talk, because these Paralympians will be saying to themselves, the guys that went to the Olympics came and then they're scattered. What's going to happen to us? Let's not talk about it anymore. You know what? We'll take a quick break now. When we come back, there's still so much to talk about. Don't go anywhere. Stay. Bye.